radio like you never heard before. And Leicester TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio. This is radio like you never heard before. Leicester TV Radio, the best in entertainment and sport. You are listening to Leicester TV Radio.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Leicester TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Leicester TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
My people. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Leicester TV Radio. My name is Idafe Matthews, and I know you love to come in the Leicester Sports. Well, it's a wonderful time to be here. It's Friday today. The Premier League resume, and the host of other league, the Bundesliga. There is a game between Eintracht Frankfurt and Bayern Munich, and in the Premier Liga in Portugal, there is a game between Benfica playing at home against Aurora, and a host of other games that are going to go down today. So, if you're ready, I'm ready. My first predictions for today's game is already on the website at www.elevatortv.com. Okay, so if you're there, check it out and see. So the way it will work, still, listen, as much as there's an obligation to put it out there, it's all of us. You guys ask for it and I'm putting it there. So if you're going to go through it and you're not, interested in dropping a comment and letting me know what's up, I might as well just not do it, because if it's not interactive, what's the use of doing it? And please do want to also drop a comment when you read the post. So what we've done is we've assembled some fantastic guys, and a lot of people, when I suggested to some guys that, look, I want to put in like really, really great minds together, young great minds together to be writing on the website. I said, no, it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to achieve it. The way the thing is, all these young children, they don't know how to do this, they don't know how to do that. It's like, yes, because they don't know how to do that, that's why I'm going to give them a platform to make their mistakes and then grow with it. I mean, what's the big deal if they make mistake? They make mistake and then they grow. But everybody keep telling me, it's not going to be possible, it's going to be almost impossible to achieve. Well, as it is right now, they've started writing. So what you can do for them, because these are very young people, young minds, what you can do for them is when you read the hard work that they put into researching and coming with all those stories that you like, drop a comment. If you can also correct them, but please don't bully anyone, don't troll anyone. Okay, if they make mistake, good, we would always be here to correct it. But don't just read and disappear. Help us to comment. That's what you guys asked for us. The WhatsApp family group I just saw somebody wrote something, good journalism is no longer in Nigeria. Listen, when people write and you guys read and refuse to comment, you're also killing the spirit of the person that wants to do the good work. Because what it means is, it sees you people jumping on the bandwagon of people who do soft sell, like, naked pictures, naked stories, gossip stories. If Gist Lover writes a story, you will see 200,000 comments. I mean, the person who's not doing research to do a thorough work feels like, this kind of work is alien to these people, so there's no need to do it. But the only way to sustain them, I would say the only way to keep somebody doing good is, whenever you see them do good, let them know that they've done something good, that you like. So they will know that, okay, this thing that I've done, people like it, I will keep doing it so that people will keep liking it. But when all you do is always point out when people do wrong, but you don't, identify when people do good, you practically are part of the reason why everything is bad. Because listen, nobody wants to do good and then nobody acknowledges it. Even God gets angry when people don't acknowledge his goodness. It's just as simple as that. So having said that, I would really, really indulge you guys. I know we see the back end, so we know that people visit the site like in droves. But when you do, drop a comment. There's a comment box at the bottom. We should cultivate the culture of dropping comment. It's also one of the reasons why a lot of us don't think we would ever write a book about our experience through life. You know why? We're not convinced that people will read it. I remember when I was in Brilliant, my chairman wrote a book, very beautiful book, Scoring Life Goals. Beautiful book. The book didn't sell. It didn't fly off the shelf. I was like, well, really? This book? I mean, I remember buying for some people, and almost everybody was not asking for free, just like the Sunday Lisa's book. Beautiful book again. It's not flying off the shelf. China Cheryl's book. Okay? 1,000 times on the same road. Beautiful book that it's, I should be hearing that China have sold 10 million copies. Nobody's buying it. Sometimes it's crazy, okay? It's crazy how, we want a good nation, but we don't do the thing that people in good nations do. Either ways, we would eventually get it. But then, if you find our piece, any of the piece that we write, any of the articles that is written on our website interesting and you read it, please drop a comment. Even if you don't like it, but you read it, drop a comment. Tell us what you feel. I mean, we're still in the skeletal stage. We're still trying to grow. So if you visit www.elevatortv.com, some of the things you need to point out. The only thing you're not allowed to point out is to tell me, it's not a secure site. We're working on that. So it's a page under construction. We'll get that done. But focus on the story, focus on the graphic, focus on the radio player and everything, and tell me what you think about it. It's very, very important to us, and especially to the young minds that are, putting in the shifts, like the very hard shift to get it done. I always tell people that for me, if I put in my bet prediction over a period of time and I notice that nobody is commenting on it, whether you win or you lose, I'll take that button. It's not a big deal about it. Okay, there's so many other things I need to do, but this is something people ask for, and I'm tired of saying, "Oh, put me in a WhatsApp group." Then you put people in a WhatsApp group, and then they go and they start insulting themselves, start arguing. No, I don't have that space, because what you're doing is you're loading people's phone with your violence, people don't need that, all those banter. So this is where it will be. But for as long as it's here, take that conversation to that place, and let's see. All those, I don't want to be commenting so that people see that I'm online doing the sports betting. My brother, everybody did one. Don't let anybody deceive you. Pastors call me, send me games. So don't let anybody deceive you. But having said that, let's start the show. Let's get the show on the road. This is Friday. You know how it is. Friday is a mix of everything. I love yesterday's show, even plus the extra 30 minutes. I love yesterday's show. Somebody called me all the way from Sri Lanka. Jesus Christ. Sri Lanka. So I love your show. It's good. I like everything you bring up on the show. It's nice. Music, comedy, film. You kind of be like a man of everything. I said, no, I'm not a man of everything. There's so many things I don't know how to do. I can't fly a plane. I can't move a boat to save my life. Okay, I can drive a tractor. I can drive a truck. I can drive cars. I can drive cars in my sleep. I can drive a train. So there's so many things that I can't do. Okay, I can't sing. I can't dance to save my life. I also, one of the things that I can do, I can cook very well. As a matter of fact, cooking is the best thing that I know how to do. I can make carrot pomade. I can make soup. I can make a lot of things I can do. But and I can paint house very well. I can change light bulb. I can run electricity. I can wire your house. I can change engine oil in the car. I'm iron mechanical engineer. Come on, that should be easy, right? Okay, let's come to the show now. So on a Friday like this, even though there's the league have resumed, on a Friday like this, we're allowed to ask any question, mix up everything. Somebody's asking very crazy question. I'm gonna answer, but let me read this one for show. Sean from Opik, he says, "Good morning, bro. Please tell us more about the Nigerian player that Bayern Munich signed. Okay, I would. Okay, so we're working on a piece to put this together. His name is Daniel Francis. Like I told you guys here before, that it will be the first Nigerian player that Bayern Munich are signing. His name is Daniel Francis, and he was part of the 20. We had this partnership with Bayern Munich. Those of you always ask me why I'm always wearing Bayern Munich jersey. We have this partnership with Bayern Munich for the Bayern Youth Cup in Nigeria. And that's the reason why we had Giovanni Eba here, Klaus Ogontela here. I was also the host of the online forum with the Bayern legend, Ray McKay, who's now the assistant coach at, at Glasgow Rangers, okay, in Ibrox Park in Scotland. And, long and short, Daniel Francis was part of the players that went. He came with FC Heart in Abuja. We covered him then. Was part of the players that went to, what's it called? What's his name? Why do I forget this thing so fast? I'm coming. I remember that. That went to Germany for the world competition. Okay, so the way it is, Bayern saw him and they said they want to see him again. They started following him up. And FC Hat, FC Mukhtar, the chairman of the Abuja FA, who's also competing for governorship in his state this election. They saw him, they liked him, and they said, okay, they will look at him because he was very young. Now, when they selected the 10, let me tell you something about that boy. When they selected the 10 players that were going, he wasn't among them. Okay, he wasn't among the players that they wanted to pick. But as they go, they now notice that he's got a very good attitude. Again, that is something you should be very, very cognizant of. His attitude was beautiful. They like his attitude. And immediately they agreed that, okay, we are going to put him under consideration and give him a second look. And that's how they signed him to a 3-year deal. I'm not going to give you the details of that contract, but financially, even though I know them, but they signed him and they decided to loan him to Klagenfurt that Bayern also have partnership with in Austria. So he's going to be playing in Austria. And you know how Austria is the nursery for German teams. And so he will go there and play. And if he proves himself, it will good. But he did sign to the academy. So that's something you should know. He signed to the Bayern senior team, to the first team. And he signed a 3-year deal from 2022 to 2025. And if he performs very well, they would make further extension to his deal, or probably it will get a bigger club. So this also, like Victor Osimhen, is one of those. But this is one of those players who did not have to play in the national under 17 or so to make it to a big club like Bayern Munich. So it's a big plus, and he's the first Nigerian to sign for Bayern Munich. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to follow him up. We've already drawn up a project board for a documentary like that one that we did for Ayuri Sylvester, that would involve a lot of traveling, Lagos, Abuja, his family, the team he played for, Coach Yahaya, and the rest of them, and then going to Germany and possibly going to Austria. That's some big expenses, but we hope that things go well. It's not an immediate project right now. I'm not looking at it. I'm still trying to recover from all of the going to Dubai, going to this, doing the Super Eagles that went wrong. So we will be on it anyway, but you would have all the updates. This one is our personal project, so we'll follow up on it a lot, and you will hear of it. We have I just got agreement. I've been with Gunnar. I've been battling with Gunnar since. I want to have him on my show on Tuesday, even if it is 30 minutes. And he's been going back and forth. I say no, he doesn't want to do any interview, but finally just send me a message. I would be on your show, Matthew, for a few minutes. You're the only Nigerian journalist that I still have regard and respect for. Thank you very much, Coach Rob. I'm listening to your show right now, and it's nice. Thank you very much, Gunnar Rob. The fact that it's acting does not mean that friendship should end. Divine Takaya said, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Great to hear you again. Let the show lead up. I think Tambali knows what he is doing. With time, things will fall in place. I've always said that. He said, boss, have you seen the Ashwebi Nike made for us the World Cup? The World Cup we are not going. Have you seen it? I don't know. Maybe if you have a picture, post it if it's the same as the one that I saw when we went to the Netherlands. Because the one that they showed us when we went to the Netherlands was very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. If I'd gone to the World Cup, we would have made another massive splash. But hey, fortunately, we're not. We were in the Netherlands, so I'm pretty much sure I'm one of the very, very first set of people that saw that jerseys with the player's name, engraved in it in a very special way, especially the jacket, the outer jacket, and then the outing wear. Those are very, very beautiful ones. But I don't know. I need to see the picture of what you saw so I can compare with the conversation that I have. Okay, so Lily sent this message. You said, "Hi, Daphne. Good morning. I saw one of your video where you said that you saw your wife for less than 2 hours. You asked her to marry you. How does your brain work? How possible is that in the first place? Like no courtship, no relationship, no dating. You just ask somebody you see on the spot to marry you, and you guys are still married. How do they work? What's really the magic? It's no magical. It's no magic. Absolutely no magic. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the jersey. That's the jersey that Nike put together. I think that it's a combination of a lot of conversation for this jersey, but unfortunately, we're not going to the World Cup. Yeah, this is the one we saw in the Netherlands. It's a beautiful jersey, but hey, it is what it is. We're not going to the World Cup. There's nothing anybody can do. But Nike will still find a way to sell the jersey. Nike, their business now. They would find a way to sell this jersey. This jersey must sell, like it or not. So that will go. So let me go back to the beginning for Instagram, and then I take it up from there downward. Okay, there's a whole lot to talk about today on this show. I hope that this 1 hour would enable us to do it. That's my only prayer as I am here. As me now, as me are, I am that I am. And amazing underscore Christian say, boss, so as you wait, I don't understand. As you wind that beat, so I hope say now so Arsenal will take give them to the Eagles. Well, we hope so. Patrick Vieira, like I always say, Patrick Vieira believes that he is supposed to be coaching the Arsenal team. And in such situation, you want to play against that kind of a team, you've got to be very careful. But losing Conor Gallagher, I was watching his press conference yesterday. I like the system that I see. So I was watching the Arsenal All or Nothing video, and then I watched the Patrick Vieira interview. Like I consumed a lot of football last night. A lot. Like my head is still not processing. There's still like raw data in my head. Because now, so back in the day when I was working in Brilliant, there's only one way I consume football. I consume football for just football analysis and just that, and it ends there. But now I'm consuming football. Sometimes I just try to do the audio alone, because when I do video, I'm seeing camera angles, I'm seeing lighting. When I was watching that Arsenal All or Nothing, I'm seeing Thierry Henry coming, and I saw the angle of the light, the way they are weaving the story around Bukayo Saka, because obviously the team didn't win the title, so they needed to weave the story and draw human emotion. Oh my God, I don't tell movie producer like this, so without going to school, an engineer tell movie producer. I start thinking, okay, so this is what you do when you don't have, it's making me feel like, okay, this is our movie, we can still do something out of it, because the way they weave the story around the emotion of, Bukayo Saka missing that penalty at the Euros, and then the whole world was against him, and then they showed that board where there were a lot of later people, sending him messages of goodwill. Damn. And then Bukayo Saka talked about when he went to a restaurant covering his face with a mask, wearing his hood, but people still recognized him, and how, strange that was. How growing up, he just talked about the footballing side, but he never talked about the other side, the people, it's crazy, but it is what it is. So Lily, let me tell you this. I'm one of those people. I'm like Richard Branson. I got an impulse. I don't have time to think things, to process things too much, to analyze things too much. And it comes out very, very strange when I say that, because, hey, I'm an analyst. But being an analyst does not mean I put my life on hold and begin to analyze this girl. Can I ask her what if there's mad people in her family? What if I don't have that time. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in the course of my life. My prayer every day is, God, make the good things that the right things, that the right decisions that I take, make them more than the bad decisions that I make, so that at the end of the day on the scale, my good would outweigh my bad. So that was one of the ones that I made. Like, that wasn't really, really love. Like I always said, that wasn't really love. But I know, I didn't get married when I was 15 or 18 or 20. I've grown. So I know that most times this whole thing we call love is infatuation, is sentimental, it fades. you need somebody that balances the odds for you. Sometimes it doesn't really work out that way, but you gotta find a way to work it out. And it's in the process of working it out that you really find the juice in all of these things. So that's what happened. It's not magic. It's not magic. It's a continuous work. The work is still in progress. Forget us being 10 years plus or 11 years in marriage. It's a continuous work, right? Okay, we just started 11. Sorry. So it's a continuous work. You could still date somebody for 10 years and get married to them and still not know them. You could still meet somebody for the very first time, get married to them, and they'll be I don't like using the word soulmates, but they will be somebody that you can live the rest of your life with. Does that mean that it's not going to be stumble? I tell people every day, I'm not somebody that can counsel people when it comes to marriage. I'm not mature enough for that. I don't have the experience enough for that kind of conversation. But one thing that I know is that I'm working every day to make my work. And the model I've always had is that all of the things that I saw good in my family growing up, I apply them in my marriage. All of the things that I don't like in my family growing up, I will take them away from my marriage. So some of the advices and the lessons that I learned from my mom, and I always talk about my mom. I mean, she raised me with a stepdad, but it was more my mom. And I would always apply them. Okay, so there are basic things that doesn't flow in my life, in my house, in my family. No alcohol, no smoking, all of that. Now, the hard part of marriage is not two people staying. That's an easy thing. You work with total strangers. People work with total strangers and spend longer hours with them, and they still manage to work together. What is really hard as far as I'm concerned in marriage, I mean, for those of us who have children, and parents will tell you this, what is really hard is raising children, not the marriage itself. All this talk of all this drama, this generation comes 45 seconds man, 1 hour man, cassava size of dick, or that's so trivial, is a distraction. The real work is watching the human being that you did not send a letter to, that you brought into this world, watching them grow, evolve from you guiding them to speak, to walk, to talk. And then they are not growing up to question your every move, every authority. And especially people of my generation who grew up in the generation where we cannot ask questions, we can't look at our parents in the face, we can't question them. And now we have these children coming. We grew up in a generation where if our fire is coming in, we are disappearing like rats, like sick cats. Now we have these children who look us like Jerry look at Tom in the cartoon and say, hey, you can't sit there. Give me, and you change the channel and tell you I was watching this. And then you buy TV for them in their room, give them their own decoder. They still come to you and say they want to watch what you're watching on Netflix or Amazon Prime, or they need your computer because their own computer maybe is slow and yours is newer. All of those things. It's crazy because there's no textbook for it. Two adults, you can always manage. Even if you get angry with each other, you can always manage. But you see, raising those children, for me, is the most difficult challenge that I've had to have as a grown-up. And then another one is raising this company. Yeah, like watching people like Alice turn into going to Big Brother, watching people like Precious, watching people like Osas, who came here, didn't know what a console is, a microphone, never been in front of a microphone before, and I'm hosting a show. Watching the elegant Tasha become this person that she is, or Adasa Ajayi, blossom in the way she is. That's the kind of thing. Or watching us evolve from doing the content that we used to do and become this. These are the challenges of life. I mean, to be very honest, there's always going to be a first time you see somebody. If you can see somebody for the very first time and go and knock each other, you understand? You can also see somebody for the very first time and ask them to marry you. What's the worst that can happen? The marriage will collapse, right? That's the big deal. I'm the first person that have a collapsed marriage. It's not a big deal, Lily. So let's move past that one. Steve Oko, say good morning. Lagote, good morning to you. Mr. Smile, say good morning. Lagote, good morning to you too. Sedon Bobo, say just checking out your website. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. It's wonderful. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Would love joining your WhatsApp. I don't have a WhatsApp group anymore. The only WhatsApp group I have is the family group. Unfortunately, it's not open for any new person to come in because that group have been together. They passed through thick and thin with webbed. There's no room for anybody to come in, not even my family members. Nobody's going to come in again. That group, it's going to stay like that. As a matter of fact, we're reducing the group because that group, no. They've carried the cross from Owerri to Calvary already. So let them enjoy their resurrection money for the rest of their life. And I'm as a Christian, they say, but you can talk sports to save your life. I mean, I'm steeping it now. Come on. If I give this much time to sports and I can't talk it as good as I do, don't you think that I'm an illiterate? Nasarawa Amazons are here. Yeah, there was a time I wanted to do a documentary on Nasarawa Amazons. I was playing with this idea. This company started in Kano. I was playing with this idea of doing a documentary on the Kano Pillars fans, which for me are the best fans in Nigeria, football fans in Nigeria, and then the rise and rise of the Nasarawa Amazon. You know how you come up with all these plenty ideas, and then I start thinking of the cost of doing it, and I realized that there's nobody in Nigeria who's really willing to fund it. Nobody actually believes in Nigerian football for male to put money on it, not to talk of for women. But I love the Nasarawa Amazon people. And Kaz, my God, I gave you that beautiful jersey. Kaz underscore 347, he said, good morning, sir. What are your expectations for the season in the EPL? My expectation is to see explosive, beautiful football, to see lesser technology error, lesser human error, let the football flow, and I want to see Arsenal make the top four. They're not going to compete for the title, but if they push for it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I also think that Liverpool have jumped to the front of the line as title contenders, but I still have my smart money on Man City to win it. And then it does look to me, I'm going to wait to the end of the transfer window, but it does look to me like Chelsea will fall off the top four. Tottenham Hotspur does look like they've done a very good transfer, but I still wonder, because success in football is built on defense, but I still wonder why they are not solidifying their defense properly. That might come back to bite them in the course of the season. Manchester United, at one point I gave them a shot. I gave them a shot to be in the top four, but as it is, I don't think so. I don't think they would be in that bracket. So those are my position. For my relegation candidate, it's going to be Fulham, Everton, and wait for it. I'll talk to you about that one next week. For Germany, I think this is last season I said Bayern are not going to win it, but this season it does look like they would win it. So I'm going to go with them. Dortmund have pretty much young players. They're going to need some time to blend together. What's it called? RB Leipzig. They will be there and all about, but not really ready yet. So it's going to take them some time to get that one going. And what is again? The French League. I think Paris Saint-Germain, this is their season to not just win the French League and the French Cup, but also come into the fore. I like the kind of vibes that is coming. Mbappe Messi. The Mbappe Messi vibes is giving me cause for worry, because it means that Man City's chance of winning Champions League might not be as good as we think. But it's like Christopher agrees. Stop. Okay, stop. I know you're listening. With you, yes, but we must consider funds in the midst other contending challenges facing the government. I agree. See, my lawyer can now. I don't say you my bros, but let's leave that matter first. Let's look at that thing. Okay. Somebody said, boss, the way you talk about this, our family WhatsApp group, make people not come begin look for us to kidnap us. So better kidnap us now. Oh, you guys are good now. I picked my 5.84 odds from the predictions on the website already. I'm dropping my testimony tomorrow morning. All right, I hope you win. Because when people lose to that, they will drag me like small generator. I'm not giving a feast game, so I never fear. Canada, I said I like as Chelsea is being written off top four because of transfer development. Chelsea always do better when considered less. Well done, bros. Okay, let's hope they do better, because I want to see Chelsea playing Champions League. Chelsea is one of the most difficult English teams to defeat in the Champions League, so I like seeing them in the Champions League. But having said that, let me read some messages from YouTube. Oduno, your Rebeleka said good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Was the first person to show up. Shago Odelby says, hey, bros, good morning to you. Will I be happy? Say good morning, big bro. Please, how far is Chelsea do well so far in the transfer? Because I'm worried. It's there's cause for worry, but hey, they have money. People who have money, I don't worry about them, because they will fix themselves. That's what I always think. People who have money, I don't worry about them. They'll fix themselves. On Instagram, an amazing Krista says, checked out the website and it's nice. And I'm going for the prediction according to your in-house octopus habit. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. Shago Adelwe says, looking good with your UV dress. Thank you very much. Will I be happy? Say, no worry, because of you, I will start betting again because I stopped it far back as when I stopped listening to your program at Real FM. Okay, he said, I'm happy for that Nigerian player that signed for Bayern. I will follow him. Hope, just hope to see so of a match reply on YouTube. Jesus Christ. Bros, when I write this thing, I'll feel it down now. Ikwena Belu is to say good morning, boss. Love the Juve jersey. You put it on. Thank you very much. Eze Patrick is say, let's go. Today can't wait for tonight. Eze Patrick is say, boss. No, now we Lagos fans, so we are the best. So I don't understand. Lagos fans. Explain that comment, please. Best of what? Lagos fans of what? Fans of football or fans of the Premier League? I don't know. And I officially have joined the FPL. Okay, I officially joined the FPL, and I'm waiting for the plenty beating, wrong choices, dragging, and all that. But I picked my team. Some people are watching me in my Elemented TV family group. When I was jealous, I will keep mentioning them. Don't concern me. That I've picked a good team, but I know it's eye service. I know they're deceiving me so that later when they will start dragging me, I will not have much to talk. I don't understand all that tricking. Okay, but I think it's going to take, from the look of it, I just realized that it's going to take me 2 or 3 seasons to learn. I couldn't buy Gabriel Jesus. That's the biggest downside to my team selection. I gambled on Haaland. If he doesn't do well, I mean, no nonsense, man. I'll kick him out of the team and I'll go look for my Gabriel Jesus or Mo Salah or Harry Kane. Those are 3 potential players that I want to buy. I actually wanted to have a three-man front line of Harry Kane, Gabriel Jesus, and Haaland, and then keep Mo Salah on the bench. But FPL have their own financial fair play rule as well. Well, let me take this one from Sandra. Hi, Idafe, good morning. My first time on your show. I'm sending you a message, but Sandra, time is still well. Your boyfriend will touch you somewhere there. My first time on your show, on sending you messages, but I've been listening for a while. Thank you very much, Sandra. And the story of you just meeting someone and asking her to marry you sounds crazy in this modern age. Could you throw a little bit light on it? What inspired you to make that decision? Were you bust into a corner? Were you on that timeline? Or why did you just, choose to meet someone and decide to ask? The first thing to ask the person is, I want to marry you. Well, I wasn't boxed into a corner. I don't come from that kind of family. Since I was 25, my mom always told me, say you're the only child, you have to have a child of your own, raise your own child. While you're taking care of your stepbrothers and sisters, you have to, build your own family. But I didn't. First off, I love my freedom. So I got my freedom since 1991 when I was in Just 3. I rented my own house. I was staying. So I love my freedom. I got used to this freedom so much that I always felt like getting married was you're not gonna be answering to somebody. Somebody be asking you, where are you? When are you coming up? That I like that freedom. I also love the freedom of being able to say, I just buy a flight ticket and fly to Germany. I'm going to Australia. I'm going to Finland. I'm going to Sweden. I'm going to Bangkok. I'm going to, I'm going there. So the fear. So that there was this fear of me saying to myself, so I'm not come and sit down and this whole, the whole marriage scary thing is there. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Maybe something is wrong somewhere. Okay, guys, I got it fixed. There was a little bit of a network problem, and I'm sure that the guys online are not hearing me right now. Something went off, power disconnected from the internet modem. It's going to take some time for it to come back on, but I just got it fixed now. Right, so like I was saying, I just went with the flow when the time came. But I've had a very, very serious, long relationship that didn't turn out good. So when this time came to, I just told myself, you know what? What with all these I've had like some long relationship that didn't work, and I didn't want to buy into that idea again that you must date somebody for many years before you decide to marry. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go marry somebody and I'll get to know them in the marriage. But guess what? At the beginning of the marriage, I'm stupid though. I actually remember telling my wife that, look, see, if we get married and this thing is not working, don't hesitate. Just tell me that you're done. Let's go our separate ways. If we have children, don't worry, I'll take care of the children. Okay? Don't come and be doing all this drama. I was like, okay, so if we have children, who the children will follow? I said, I have family now. I'll send them abroad now. I don't have a problem. I'll send them abroad and then I'll be here living my life. But then again, I think that if I'd gotten to 35, 36 and I wasn't married, I'm most certain that I wouldn't have gotten married. I wouldn't have think of getting married anymore. So it was a thing that happened. So that's it. There was no pressure anyway, but it was just me being me. Just the same way everybody thought I should have gone to get a job and I decided to set up a company. It's crazy, but this is what I do. Like I'm on the impulse kind of guy. Okay. Oh, is this nice to do? Yes. When I jumped on doing the Coach Ayore video, people thought I was crazy. Like, this guy who is a nobody, he's not even a pure Lagos boy, blah, 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 blah. But hey, after 2 years, people not like him. He's in Dubai and everybody, all the people who used to castigate him, I see them now calling him, Cucurella, don't forget us, don't forget us. That's what life is. So I'm one of those crazy people you would meet in life who just do this on impulse. I'm not saying everybody should be like me, but I like being me. I like this me, that I am. All right, let's come back to this. Olabi said, I'm happy for that Nigeria. Okay, I've read that one. Okay, say good morning, boss. If you love the just thank you very much. And Shagun, whatever we say, other woman says, what can you say about Ronaldo in Man United? They should drive him, kick him out of the club, and let him go and sit in his home. He should retire at 37 if there's no club to sign him. Or probably he should go and play in the MLS if there's any MLS team to take him. His drama is too much. Cristiano Ronaldo is a great player. Nobody is going to argue that. But the things that he's doing right now is anti-football. If you want to leave a club, leave them the right way. Not wait till when they are going for preseason and you refuse to show up. And then you first slide and there's family emergency where there is not. What Cristiano Ronaldo is actually not doing anything to Manchester United. He's actually doing everything to his legacy. He's not proving Fiorentino Perez right that Cristiano Ronaldo was toxic. When they said it in Madrid, I was shocked. But I could sense it. Now it's very, very clear, ostensibly clear in the words of Yinka Sports, whose birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday to you, my guy, and grammarian, Yinka Sports. Shout out to you, man. Very hardworking guy, very, very, very dedicated and committed guy. Loyal to the call too. Love you, guy. I think Cristiano Ronaldo should be let go. Now, it doesn't make him a devil, but Manchester United, okay, talking about devil, Manchester United is red devil. What Manchester United needs right now are people who will pull in the same direction. People who will say, oh, this is our club, not under our watch. We can't let it slip away. We can't let it collapse. We would make it work. Those are the people that Manchester United did right now. Not people who would make the coach feel stressed, especially with the desired signings not coming in. And you played in the team that got them out of the Champions League. When you came in, they came second. When you also came in, this team was in the top two, really flying high. And then all of a sudden, they petered out. I think that if there's anybody who should roll up his sleeve and help the team, you should be the one. Lead by example. This football is not always going to be all about you. If you want an individual sport, you can play golf or go play tennis. But for as long as you're going to play football, it's a team game and you need to be involved. But unfortunately, if you're not involved, that's nothing I can do. Well, let's move on. I'll be happy. You say it's match replay on YouTube. Okay, I didn't get to the first one you wrote. I just did follow. So let's look at some of the fixtures that are available for today. For matches that are going to be available today. 8 p.m. tonight, I'll be sitting in front of my TV screen and I'll be watching this one for 90 minutes. One, because I want to enjoy the Arsenal team. For a very long time, for over 10 to 12 or 15 years, Arsenal have not started the season with the fans having hope that this team is good enough to compete. Not for the title, just compete in the league. Arsenal for the last 15 years have gone into a season with fans just saying anything will come, we will take. Serra, whatever will be. But this is the first time that this is happening. I'm feeling good about a lot of things about the team. They still need some more signings. They still need a winger. They still need another. I still think that they should get Cody Gakpo and Yuri Tillemans possibly. But with what they've done already and the way they did it. So you know how they say it's not what you said, but it is how you said it. Okay? You can tell somebody I love you and the person look at you, are you serious? And then you can tell somebody I love you and they say, oh, thank you. You know, it's like when you hear some things from people, it sounds like insult. Somebody else will say that same thing to you and you will joke about it. Because it is not what you say most times, it is how you say it. It's also not what you do, but how you did it that really, really touched the heart. So in this case, it is how Arsenal went, season ended, and straight away they went for the big business. And then they signed players from a club like Man City. Two players from a club like Man City went about the other players, then went about their preseason. In this preseason, they beat Chelsea 4-0, they beat Sevilla 6-0. Now, that counts for nothing. It's preseason. So scoring 10 goals in 2 games, absolutely nothing. But it would have been terrible. Imagine Arsenal have not signed any player by now. All those preseason games, Arsenal was a team that was beating 4-0 and 6-0. By now, everybody would already say, this is the year Arsenal won relegation. So no Arsenal fan is going into this game with the Hindu sign on their back. Say, we don't go to the good stadium, we go expect to. There is that expectation of, this away match, the ticket is worth buying. I'm going there to go enjoy myself. Okay, I cannot make it. I will sit in front of my television to watch it. That's the thing. I'm sure Manchester United fans and Chelsea fans are not going to start the season with that kind of feeling. So that's the thing. A Liverpool fan, a Man City fan have that kind of feeling. AC Milan, as we speak, they need to sign player, but Paulo Maldini is stuck with just 30 million euros in his hand to sign players. How can he do that? There are not even much players to sell. Most of the players that you want to sell have gone out for free. So it's crazy, and they have bills to pay, debt to pay. So you don't want to be, as a fan of the club, you don't want to be in that position. But hey, it is what it is. Football comes with all this drama. So it's going to be Crystal Palace Arsenal. I think that I'll put my smart money on Arsenal. I mean, if you're on the website, you already know that. I put my smart money on Arsenal. I still think that there's going to be plenty of goals in this game. I don't know. Crystal Palace, the way they set up, it's hard for them to deny them a chance of scoring. They would hassle you. They would stress you. They don't pack the balls. Zaha, the rest of the guys, they would come and push aside as they can. So I think that this is the kind of game that both teams will score. But that's also a risk because Arsenal could keep a clean sheet. With Ramsdale in his element, they could keep a clean sheet. So what I think is, I also think that Arsenal is going to, Arteta is going to play Saliba, Ben White. I don't think Tierney and Tomiyasu will play, and then Gabriel Magalhaes at the back, and then put in Martinelli on this side, and then the other one Bukayo Saka on the other side, and then fill up the midfield, crack the midfield up, and then put Gabriel Jesus up front. I don't know, but that's when I was doing my research, that's the only thing that crossed my mind. I think that would be good enough to keep them in check. But then again, it means that Zaha will drag Bukayo Saka back a lot. It also means that if Bukayo Saka is dragged back a lot, he cannot defend to save his life. Let's not forget that. It's like me, he can do well going forward, but can't defend to save his life. He might just get involved in committing foul. But Ben White would have to cover him on that side, on the right-hand side. Having said that, I think that will also mean that if Crystal Palace keep bumping forward, it will give people like Odegaard, Thomas Partey, if he plays, Granit Xhaka, or whoever they put in that midfield, the opportunity to set Gabriel Jesus free. Now, the good thing with the Arsenal team is the kind of movement that they have, the beautiful exchange of position, their excitement, their happiness to play together would also help them. But then, let's not get all this excited and forget that Crystal Palace is Crystal Palace. They could be a problem in the net. But you ask me, I think Arsenal will win this one. Not an easy game. Arsenal will win. I also think that this is not one of those games where you get a drive, struggling 1-0 game. But it's going to be a lot of goals. Maybe 3-1, 2-1, but over 2.5 definitely. Lyon will play against Ajaccio. Not as easy as you think, but I think Lyon will win eventually. There'll be plenty of goals in this one, but no battle for it. Eintracht Frankfurt have always sometimes be a turn the flesh of Bayern Munich, but I think Bayern Munich are different demons this time around. They would not be cast and bind by Eintracht Frankfurt, but traveling to Frankfurt is always not easy. Frankfurt is one of the cities that have the busiest airport, the highest money-making airport in Europe, but this is football. It's not airport, so it's not flying. It's football. I think the Bayern Munich want to start the season pretty early, get their run of going, and then they decide what to do when those Christmas World Cup football comes and go. But I think they will win this one. And in the Netherlands, there is Saravan and Sparta Rotterdam. These two teams like to play draw against themselves. These two teams have not had it too good lately. All lost some quality players and trying to mix in the other players. I think there's a possibility of a draw in this game, but it could go either ways as well. And the other fixtures, if you want to get my take on the other features that we selected on today's game, you have to go to www.elementartv.com. Just go and see the prediction that I made there. And please drop a comment if you win or lose so that we know how to adjust. And please, when you pick our games and you win, just let us know on the comment section. That's all we need. Nobody's asking you to come and pay tight. No, don't come and sweep it for us. Just make us know so that they encourage us to go further down. Okay, Patrick says, boss, no, nah, I don't understand what that means anyway. All I'll be happy say is smash. Okay, Mr. Patrick, all my friends that are Arsenal fans are really optimistic. I have never been this excited about a league start. Okay, and they should, because Arsenal fans have really gone through the dark space. Okay, this one is coming from Christine all the way from Dubai. Thank you very much for listening to us. Hi, good to hear your story. I like the fact that you enjoy what you do and the energy you put into it is beautiful. I'm a Nigerian, but I've been in the UAE for quite a while now. I'm a medical student. Your friend, Dr. Shobody, introduced your radio to me, and I've always enjoyed it. Good one to know that there are still people who can just decide to make marriage work and also leave the door open for any eventuality. That's a very nice one. But I hope that your marriage lasts longer and you have the strength to raise your children. I like the part where you say children question you. In my house, everything I say is questioned by my 7-year-old and my 11-year-old. I don't even understand them. Sometimes seems like they are the owners of the house and they are the ones raising me. But God will help us all. Enjoying your show here while I'm in the office. We have a surgery to do in the next 2 hours. I hope that you have fun and keep it going. Your YouTube channel, we hope it gets to the very, very best as well. Thank you very much for that one, Christina, all the way from Dubai. And Omarumi Mofalowa says, what's your view on Chelsea's transfer window so far, and how do you think they'll start off the season against Everton on Saturday and beyond? I think that in Raheem Sterling, they have a player that can unlock the defense if you unleash him. Like Raheem Sterling has matured under Pep Guardiola and is a better player right now. One, he knows how to time his run. That's one. That was something that he wasn't doing well under Brendan Rodgers at Liverpool. Secondly, he knows now that he doesn't need to run wide, but he can run towards the goal. That's another advantage for him. And the way Chelsea play, the way Thomas Tuchel liked to set up his team, I think that Everton, I'm sorry if you're an Everton fan, but I don't think Everton is such a solid squad that Chelsea, even on their bad day, should be afraid of them. But you say this thing about a dying team, they are a very difficult team to play. Because you think that, we'll just get it over them, and then you go play them, and it's difficult. Chelsea also are not really high on confidence right now. They're not buoyant on confidence. So that could just work against them eventually. But I think they will win. Have they done the best of transfer? I don't think so. They've not replaced the players that have left. They've also not getting the players that they need. That could also be a problem. They couldn't fix their defense. That defense didn't fix it. They couldn't fix their defense. They also have not gotten a striker to replace the Lukaku that left. And it does look like before the transfer window would close, people like Timo Werner and Kai Havertz might leave eventually. Their replacements have not been scouted. I don't know, maybe they're scouting them in secret because they don't want any hijacking again or Barcelona kidnapping them. I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. So let's see how it goes. I just wish them the very, very best. But I think that Chelsea will do enough to beat Everton. Is Patrick Sebos, why did you say the Nigerian fans in Kano are the best in the country? That's not what I said. I said the Kano Pillar fans are the best in Nigeria. If you've ever been to Kano to watch a Kano Pillars game, you would understand what I'm saying. The same as Sugida fans are the best when it comes to supporting football. First off, Lagos does not have football fans. Lagos have people that shalaye. They don't have football fans. Enugu have fans. Places you go to, you would enjoy the atmosphere that fans bring to the stadium. Aba used to have it, but I think they're losing it. They're getting frustrated because they got to a point where they were very entitled that winning Nigerian League was a given, it's taken for granted. Aba used to have it. We used to have it in Port Harcourt, but we don't have it anymore. But I mean, they're working on bringing it back. Which other places again do we think have it? But Kano, that one is permanent. It's been there when I was playing. I mean, I had to, one of the seasons, I had to travel in 2018 or 2019. I had to travel to Kano, first league match. I went to Kano, filled the fans and everything. I was in their middle, getting in on everything that they were doing. Kano fans are different. They're very unique. They might have their, bad moments of causing their team problems by, fighting the opposition. But Kano fans are just different. Like you have to be in the league to understand. Shooting Stars used to have it, but they don't have it anymore. Shooting Stars is a dead team as far as I'm concerned right now. Shooting Stars used to be one of the most fearsome teams to play against, to go to. Their fans, they will pour you devil beats, you scratch your body for 90 minutes. But Shooting fans right now, they are shit and rubbish. They don't have anything to offer. Nobody's even afraid of you. You can go to them and beat 3SC. Nobody's afraid of you anymore. And Privilege Kumonga. He said, thanks for your update, bro. Watching in Zimbabwe. How are you doing, my brother in Zimbabwe? How's everything there? I was supposed to go to Zimbabwe one time to go for Zimbabwe is where you have Victoria 4, right? Yes. I was supposed to go to Victoria 4, and then I not got married. I had this girlfriend that want to go to Victoria 4 together. Last minute, she just changed her mind. Pissed me off. I bought ticket and everything. That's how I didn't go to Zimbabwe. Ticket got to waste. I didn't use it. That's my Zimbabwe story. Okay, this is Jay from Port Harcourt. Hi, I heard that you're coming to Port Harcourt for some production work with our darling team, Rivers United. We know that you played for Sharks of Port Harcourt, part of the supporters club of Rivers United. What are you going to bring that would help the team be different from what it is right now? I'm not bringing anything. I'm coming with me, Siko Blade, and Kalejayi Ahmed, my producer, my production team. And I'm going to bring the things that I do. I'm going to bring innovation. I'm going to bring creativity. I'm going to bring ideas. But what I'm going to do is symbiotic. Is me and you guys. Okay, it's not just me. Me, you guys, the fans, the club, the officials, and everything. And if things work the way I hope it will work, it'll be nice. But it's gradually beginning to look like I might not even come again because it's taking too much time and there's no depth in the content. Some of the players that I think that should be with the team for the continental games are being sold. Okay, Ishak is gone. Eso just saw yesterday that Eso was gone. I was pissed. I was frustrated. But hey, this is what it is. The player wants to go. You can't keep him against his wish. So I understand that. Like the commissioner said. Oluya is set time on this Friday. So you, big uncle E, thank you very much. You have seen the Amazon documentary of Arsenal. Yes, I have. I was watching it yesterday. I'm going back to go and watch it again. They only put part 1 yet, but it's part 1 to 3, so I'm going to see the rest. What do you think of Arteta playing You Never Walk Alone for the team before playing Liverpool last season? See, I don't know why everybody was angry. First off, this is last season. This is past. I saw Morgan, you're too popular, you're too big. I'm not going to, jump in on you like this, like, oh, I'm trying. But you're too popular, you're too big. You should understand the intention. The intention, this guy has the youngest team in the league. He's the youngest manager. He thought that he wants to show his team how the atmosphere will be. He's played in that stadium before, and he wanted to create an atmosphere. Just isn't our pilot do simulation. Was creating a simulation. Unfortunately, they got beaten funding. That's no big deal. But this is Liverpool. Hey, come on. Why do people get angry unnecessarily? It's something that we should look back at and laugh, because if you look at this Arsenal team now, compare them to that team, you see the difference. Okay, but some people just, some people really want to get angry, and there's nothing I can do. Do I have a problem with it? No. Did they get the clearance to put that song on the Amazon video? I think so. So that's a big deal. I mean, conversation will go back and forth, but that's not a big deal. It is what it is. Coaches have the freedom to think, okay, what do I think is good for my team? Okay, let me do it. Coaching is like science. 90% of what we do in coaching and in science is guesswork. It works, and then you are an inventor. If it doesn't work, people will die. Boeing plane crashed in Ethiopia and in Malaysia. It was an experiment gone bad. but it went bad with people's life. It is what it is. You know how many people that have been injected? And you know, I tell you, I went to treat myself, and they gave me overdose of antibiotics and analgesic, and it felt like my heart stopped because I was conscious in the morning, like around 10 to 11, and then I blanked out till very late in the night, and my wife thought I was dead, and then eventually found out that I was overdosed. It is what it is. It happens. There's nothing. But people getting angry is the part that I don't get. But hey, life is life. I'm not going to control how people react to things and try to be a gang man when I don't like people gagging me. So I don't have a problem with it. I'll be very, very honest. These are things that normally don't come out in public. You know how many other coaches have done things like that because they don't do a video of it and it doesn't come out in public. Let me give you a very good example. Our own Coach Ayeri, I remember when results were not going well, he asked his players to do fasting. Imagine if you're doing to do fasting and prayer. I still don't understand that. I told him that time that if I was playing your team, God knows I would not fast and pray for what? We're losing. It's your job to juggle the team and give us the tactics that will get us winning. There's no fasting and prayer here. No, if you believe that demons are working against you, they're not working against me. I'm going to rebel, right? But hey, he did it. If they were doing all or nothing on him and that thing came out, people would talk. It's one of those things that happen. Come on. Not big deal. Let's just enjoy the film. That's, for me, this Amazon Prime came out at the right time because it shows us all the crazy things that the team is going through, and all of the good moments as well that happens behind the scene that you're not able to see. I think Amazon is something that is beautiful for sports. It makes you appreciate the team more, the players more, and understand the coach's position more. And then now we're going into a new season with plenty of hope. I think the Amazon video also may have kicked in and forced the team to do all these plenty signings that they've done. Am I happy? Yes. Hip hip hooray. Yes, I'm happy. Nothing by nature. OPP. I can't explain it. I can't rap. I'll be fully here. Okay, Joseph, all the way from Abba. Okay. Now you have Eima. You cannot say that Eima fans are not good. I'm sorry, but they are not good compared to Caterpillars. We are good fans. We support our team everywhere. I agree with you that we have lost touch a bit. So, is that not what I said? But we are still one of the best fans in the world. I agree. For a team that won 2 Champions League back-to-back, you should be better than Caterpillars. But I agree. You're still one of the best. But right now, you've taken your foot off the pedal. We will bounce back. We have been dealing with a lot. There is no money in the team. Finidi George came at the wrong time. It's not a bad coach. It's just that the timing is wrong. This is the worst time financially for Eimba and the team. And then we lost someone who used to be the backbone of the team. And now he's gone. We've not been able to replace him. That is why we are where we are. But we will bounce back stronger and better and win the league again and also represent Nigeria on the continent and bring the CAF Champions League back. I promise you, mark my word. Thank you very much, my brother on the way. Joe all the way from Aba for responding. Now people listening to us all over the world. Thank you very much. Lastly, he said, hey boss, people think it's easy to do people's job, but put them there and all they will do is give excuses. I've seen a lot, my brother. I've seen a lot in this 18 years that I've been in the media. I've auditioned over 1,000 people, and believe me, a lot of them, I think people who will tell you online, who will be insulting you, criticizing you, tell them it's okay, come and join the show, no problem, come. And then they come in front of the microphone, they will freeze. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen people criticize. So it's normal. It's normal when people do that, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes these are the things that bring fun into the conversation. Unfortunately, it's 10 o'clock. I've come to that point where I have to pack my bags and baggages and go. Okay, so somebody said I should give him 5 teams that must win their matches this weekend, Fridays to Saturday. His name is Derek from Atlanta, the old base of our radio station. 5 teams that must win their matches this weekend are 1, Arsenal. Yeah, I think Arsenal is going to win their game this weekend. 2, Benfica. And I'm not sure there's going to be upsets too early in the season. 3, early kickoff on Saturday. Liverpool going away to Fulham. Might be hard. Late match on Saturday evening. The fourth one. Paris Saint-Germain away to Clermont. I think that Paris Saint-Germain will win. And that Dortmund Leverkusen game, that game is scary. It's putting fear in the heart of the Son of Man. So the Son of Man shall stay away from there. I would have picked Tottenham to win against Southampton, but I'm going to gamble on this fifth one. But he asked me to give him Sean. I wanted to say Chelsea will beat Everton, but no, I'm going to stay away from that. There's one that I've bookmarked as a sure win. I'm going to go there and pick it. And that is Manchester City coming to London to play. And it's a very, very tricky one as well. They're playing against West Ham. There's also Manchester United at home to Brighton and home. But you know, Brighton at home know how to go to Old Trafford and win games. I'm going to go with Man City to win. So, Derek, these are my 5 games that are guaranteed for this weekend. I hope it comes true. But then, before the close of work today, I'll put my Saturday prediction on the website again. And then tomorrow, I'll put my Sunday prediction on the website. We keep going like that until if I find the energy is right, I'll continue. If the energy is not right, you know, like Jesus said, if you go to the city, they don't accept you. Dust your sandals, dust their sand and their dust out of your body. Walk away. I'm walking away. What's that song? I can give it. Trouble in my life. I don't do trouble. I don't like trouble. I just walk away and leave the writers to do their thing. Well, thank you very much. It's been wonderful. You guys on YouTube were great. The numbers were very high. I love you guys. And thank you very much for all of the support, all of the love. My brother, all the way privileged, Kumonga, all the way from Zimbabwe, and every other person who joined us. Thank you very much. I missed Akoje today. I didn't see him. Normally, he's always coming towards the end of the show. Maybe he's busy. Work could be holding him and all that, but my love and my heart to him. And it's been a while I see Johnny Gaffa. It's been a while I see Hybrid 10. It's been a while I see a lot of the guys who started us on this live stream. It's been a while I see them. I hope they're doing fine. See me well to them, every one of you that you guys can connect with. Having said that, my name is Edafe Matthew Soganai. We love to come in here, like one of sports. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not. And when you watch our content, help us to comment. There'll be plenty review videos on the channel this season. Everywhere, wherever I go, when I'm in Port Harcourt, anywhere, I'll be doing my preview and reviews of matches and pre-match. The website will still be running. And please tell a friend to tell a friend, tell somebody to tell someone that we have gone full circle. So we have the website, we have the YouTube channel, we have the radio, all for you guys. And if you need anybody to give you a reason to believe that impossible is nothing, I'm the guy. I'm the poster boy of that. Barack Obama used to be the poster boy, but I think I'm not Barack Obama. Okay? I'm the poster boy that you can start with what you have from where you are and you can grow. I may not have the billions years, I may not be a Fortune 500 years yet, but believe me, if you put your mind to anything, it would happen. Thank you to all of those of you who have been with us on the journey from the very beginning and still sticking around, still finding us good enough to be with. God bless you and have for yourself an amazing and fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.